because with my mommy, she was reading me fairy tales. Yeah. The first story we read was The Free Billy Goat Scruff. There was about Free Billy Goat Scruff who wanted to get across the bridge, but this troll wouldn't let them, wanted to eat them. Yeah. Now the other two goats, they passed the troll by saying there was this other goat coming. Well, like they didn't care about their brother being eaten. Yeah. The moral of that story is, if you're ever in a jam, set out your family. You'll survive. Okay.
Cool.
And then we read Cinderella. It was very boring. But I liked the bit where the birds came out and pecked out the wicked stepsister's eyes at the end.
Fetcheth me my hat and cloak.
Here it you are, Bosk.
Backeth to work, you riffraff, while I goeth off to wed ye princess.
Gee, I wished I was going to the ball. I'm your fairy godfather. Fetcheth me a can of spinach, or you'll be late for the ball. The ball? Oh, boy. Just a minute. You can't go within them rags. Wow. Toodaloo. And thanks. Remember, return it by midnight, or you'll change back to rags again. Well, what do you know? He disappeared.
Yay, Princess Olive!
Allow me, fair princess. Trying it on for size, baby.
Cinderella!
Ah, ma chérie, cometh with me to ye Casbah.
Listen, you runt. I seen it her first.
Soeth what?
Boys! Now ye men who bestest with ye bow and arrow shall leadeth me down ye straight and narrow.
Okay, baby. We're as good as hitched right now.
Ye bullseye!
Oh, pretty good shot for an amateur.
Now, just watch Gefisk.
Ye real bullseye!
Pistols at 10 paces.
One up, two up, three up, four up, five up, six up, seven up, eight up, nine up.
And all ain't well.
Get ye away from me, ye brute!
How about a kiss for your new prince, princess?
Somebody do something! Save me! Help!
Ah, me princess. Now to collect it, me kiss.
And then there was Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Yeah. I didn't feel bad for the baby bear when Goldilocks ate up all her porridge, because there was a nice, big, juicy piece of meat in his bed. Just waiting for him. Then we read... What else we read? Oh yeah, the Three Little Pigs. I mean, when the wolf blows down the houses, why didn't they just call the police? Don't the police care? Well, I care. Pig lives matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight it gives me extreme pleasure to present our interpretation of a familiar fairy tale entitled The Big Bad Wolf and the Three Little Pigs, set to the delightful music of Johannes Brahms' Hungarian dances. As the scene opens, we find the three little pigs building their respective houses.
I'm the little pig that built my house of straw. I'm the little pig that builds my house of sticks.
then we found the Frog Prince. Now, I question what that frog thinks. And the prince asked for a kiss from the princess, but the princess just threw him against the wall, like she was disgusted by the frog. But then he turned into Prancing Prince, and now the princess is in love. I mean, how fickle is she? I mean, she's a user.
Backward, turn backward, O time in your flight. Make me a child again, just for tonight. And between these covers, we find these immortal favorites. Sleeping Beauty. Remember the lovely princess who was bewitched into a deep slumber until her Prince Charming came to break the spell?
Come on, wake up, you lazy good-for-nothing! Come on, wake up!
Tom Thumb, the little boy who got his name because he was no bigger than a man's thumb. Let's pay this interesting family a visit. Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. Thumb. Where's little Tom? Are you Tom Thumb?
Yeah, that's me.
Why, I thought you were no bigger than a man's thumb. How did you get so big?
Vitamin B1.
Help! Help! The wolf! Wolf! Help! Help! Wolf! 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 What a joy! What a dope!
There's a lad who could stand some discipline.
What a dope!
He'll learn his lesson someday.
What a screwball!
Jack and the Beanstalk. The story of the boy who climbed a beanstalk only to be met at the top by a ferocious two-headed giant who forced Jack to run for his life. Say, you almost had it. Why did you quit?
He's been sick.
The wolf in sheep's clothing, the fifth columnist of his day. By means of a disguise, he preyed upon unsuspecting little sheep.
Scram, bum. I'm working this side of the pasture.
The Arabian Nights gave us the story of Aladdin and his wonderful lamp. All Aladdin had to do was to rub the lamp and presto, the genie appeared.
I dream of Genie with the light brown hair. I dream of Genie with the light brown hair. Whoa! Whoa! Help!
There's that nasty kid again.
Whoa! Whoa! What a dope. What a joy.
Hey, young fella. You're going to yell wolf once too often.
Go on. Mind your own business. Mind your own business. Can't a guy have a little fun?
A session in the woodshed wouldn't do that boy any harm. And here's a bird you wouldn't mind having in your own home. A goose that lays golden eggs. Hey, wait a minute. You're supposed to lay golden eggs.
Not anymore, brother. I'm doing my bit for national defense.
Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to get her poor dog a bone.
Why, you dirty double-crossing. Food hoarder! She's a food hoarder! Food hoarder!
Remember this little nursery rhyme?
This little piggy went for to market. This little piggy, he's gone for to stay home. This little piggy, he's have roast beef and smashed potatoes. And this poor little piggy, he don't have anything, all kinds things to eat. And this little piggy, he's for to crying like anything. Wee, all the way.
Oh, for crying out pit sack, Mother! Be careful, my corn!
Cinderella and her glass slipper. The little girl who...
Whoa! Help! Help somebody! Help!
He's at it again.
Whoa! Help! Help the wolf!
But I have to go now. It's almost time for my nap. Bye-bye.
Hi, Mom. Hope I made you proud. And cut.